Hello, everybody. This is Arlene Arnold and Leslie Romine, and we're here with your energy focus of the week. And also, we're going to be talking about the energy focus for the month. And even though today is not the first, I think it's tomorrow, um, that we wanted to let you know what's going on in August because it's pretty interesting. So we will start out with that today and take a look at where we are with the um, upcoming energies. So many of you know that Dodie Weiss and I do the energy focus for the month together. And the theme this time is how do we keep our peace when the world is on fire? Now, the world's on fire in so many different ways. It's like we have a lot of fires going on. We've had um, eruptions from volcanoes, but this is also talking about the energy that's out there that is war energy and uh, people losing their homes. And I mean, there's so many things going on. So if we get caught in the fiery erupting energy, we may lose the connection to our center of peace and higher perception. I'm going to tell you that again. You already know this, I'm sure, but this is really important this month for us. If we get caught in the fiery erupting energy, we may lose the connection to our center of peace and higher perception. So, what I would suggest to you is that you spend some time thinking about how you get to your inner peace and your higher perception. And then it's only from there, from this inner peace and the higher perception, that we can constantly help ourselves and the earth and other people. And only from there can we prepare the way for a new humanity. It's really such an important time that anything that takes us into that erupting energy, we need to find our way back to the peace and the higher perception. Now, by higher perception for me, that means that you're at a higher frequency. And I have been experimenting with being in the fifth dimensional energy. And I feel like that is giving me a different perception. So if you would put something in the comments about how you are feeling about the energies and perhaps what you are doing to help yourself stay in peace and higher perception. Leslie, do you want to say something more about that?
Sure. I think that, yeah, I have been going through some shifts in perception. And as we um, are confronted with stress and concern and the things that we see going on and just the energy of it, I mean, we are energetic beings, and when we get that input on a regular basis, it can um, bring us to a different form of energy. What I am noticing is in myself is I being now that I have an intention to move into the higher frequencies or to move into an energy of peace and of love and of compassion and understanding, that I can quickly, I mean, I can be in one and quickly shift to the next level of what I rather feel. And that means I'm changing my wording, my thoughts, that kind of thing. It's like, all right, now it's time for me to, like, for instance, if I'm listening to some news and it isn't good news, I can, when I'm done with that, I can just I can move into this other state more easily. So I think we're having help with being able to do that if we can focus on that more and more.
I agree. Yeah, it's a learning time for us.
Hmm.
I was telling you before we started that one of the things I'm very interested in is some of the work of David Clements. I think he's the one that talked about pockets of light that have information in them. So I've been kind of working with that and finding out how to bring in those pockets of light. And the other thing that is coming up as I'm doing that is the idea of us staying in our own personal stream of energy. And I think that's so important because there's so many things that would take us out of our own stream. And our own stream is one that it's the heart stream. So it's the inner who we are stream. And we have to be very vigilant that we haven't been taken out of that stream, but that we are connected to it, but we're also flowing with it.
Hmm.
So
I appreciate that too, because I've also seen that it is our own personal stream. Um, I met with a dear friend this last week, and um, we've been friends for most of our lives, in and out and in and out and in and out, kind of different shifts. But one thing that we had in common that we discovered, which we knew, was that when we went deeply into what fit for us in pursuit of higher knowing and inner work, that even though we went really separate directions, we ended up at the same place.
oh, that's
Because,
so wonderful.
yeah, because we ended up in this knowing of being able to, that we are energy and that we move, we can shift that energy, we can be in those higher energies of peace and connection. And I, at one moment, I remarked to her, "Isn't it interesting how our personalities were so different? We were trying to work it out that way, and that just didn't ever fit.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I couldn't do what she's doing. She can do what I was doing. So, but here we are, full circle, and we both come to that conclusion.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I did that with my family and finally said, it's all about love. Just focus on that. And it's been really a nice relationship with them since then. So it's really an interesting time because I think we're going to be learning so much. Some of it we have known before and have worked on, but there will be an emphasis now that is in this higher frequency, and I think it will be revealing to us about some of the things that are here through these pockets of life or light, or just the fact that we are receiving a lot of information that's helpful to us now.
mhm.
I wanted to say hi to Mia. I think Mia had, I think, asked us for a reading last time, and I had missed that. So we're so happy to have you here,
Yes,
Mia. It's
yes.
been a little while since we've seen you. And I love the way that all of you who are here, your different ways of doing things, and different knowing and that kind of thing, but you're also loving here. And it makes Leslie and I just so happy to come here and be with you. So
Hmm.
thank you so much.
Hmm. And thank you for your thoughts. I've been reading when I can,
Yeah, yeah.
about this fire and this choosing. So,
And Will's talking about it as the sacred transformation. I
mm,
am sure that's true. It's it's like where do we meet the fire? Do we meet our fire from our inner self, or are we meeting it from who we are as humans here in this space and time?
mm,
There's a very different experience depending on how we meet it. So
mm.
All right, well, let's go to, we have two luminaries for the month, and of course, a color card. And then after that, we'll go into, we have like just one card for the week and our luminary and one color card for the week. But let's look at what we have for the month here. This one I wasn't surprised because Core Crucible is so helpful of taking energies that need the transformation. It's kind of like what Will was saying. It's a, a really important sacred transformation that happens when energies move into uh, Core Crucible and are they're transformed into new energy that can be used for something else. So here's what I took out of the message from Core Crucible, and this is Core Crucible speaking to us. Says, I expand dimensionally through pulsing symmetry to create a fiery crucible. I conduct unbalanced vibrations into my core, allowing for intense transformation. I assist the earth plane enterprise by strengthening weaker layers where energy is leaking and I do that to allow for full potentiality. Full potentiality. That's what a part of what this is now is it's opening us to all the possibilities. And then it says, I become a force in motion that changes as the earth changes, resonating to earth's evolvement. So, this particular luminary and the energy that's part of it is helping us with this fiery transformation. It's helping with us as we move and evolve, as the earth moves and evolves. This particular consciousness and energy moves with us.
Yes. Um, I want to shout out to Colby, Will, hello, hello. And yes, we are doing personal readings at the end of the call today. Welcome, welcome. So good to see you. He's an old friend.
Hello, Colby.
Yeah, so talking about Core Crucible, having worked with it many times, it's inevitably one that I notice during the week that we have it going on, that if we are focusing on that, are we welcoming that energy, that it can and does shift something major in that week. So this is a good one for this month because we'll have the ability, this beautiful color to shift that energy in our being, in our energy fields.
So the other one for this month is unfolding, and I think it really follows well on
mm-hmm.
Core Crucible because it allows you to. So the energy is being transformed, and then it allows you to go deeper inside of you and understand that you are unfolding. There's lots more here, so let's see what the message is from this luminary, this card. My vibration supports and furthers your unfolding. Do not be afraid. What you reveal to the world is needed now. Many will embrace your gifts and value your wisdom. This is a new world, a new time. What had been before is no more. So, what unfolding is helping us do is to uh, look inside and find out what's there that hadn't been time for it to come forward, and it may be coming forward now, and you may be finding that wisdom is coming through you. Or what I'm finding, which is really interesting to me, is that some of the people that I'm getting to know here and I really care about, they are open to me helping them because there's so many people that have emotional issues or old issues that are causing them to have physical pain and things like that. And I don't push it, of course, but I do offer it when I am prompted to do that. And I feel like many of you are going to find there are opportunities for you to say something, be present with your energy. There's so many ways that we can be a part of this change and assist other people to be in that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yes. It comes through the heart as you were talking about it, and I do think it becomes easier as we allow this what needs to come up to inform us about where we're at, and that self inquiry is really a ticket to helping that evolvement and unfolding appear in our lives. And um, I just love how this image really projects that from the crystalline core
Yeah,
out
it does. Yeah.
out through the different shapes. And these are, do you know what numbers those are?
Yeah, it's 6 and 12.
6 and
The core crucible is 9,
12.
and that's an uneven number, which is oddly enough is feminine energy, and 6 and 12 is the masculine energy because it's even numbers. And so there is a really nice balance here because it's like the uneven makes it so that you don't go back to old patterns necessarily, or you're willing to be in the discomfort of something that doesn't seem real settled. And then the unfolding is there to help you feel uh, safe enough to allow these new things to come forward from you.
Mhm.
All right, now our color card for the month is orange. Now I have to find my picture here. There it is.
Mhm.
And yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Mhm.
That might even be one of me, as I can't remember. But okay, um, the part in the color book that I picked out, it's a lesson in orange, and the part I picked out was holding back. Now I want you to think about whether you're holding back, and it would might be, are you holding back from the unfolding that's wanting to come through? But here it says, this is what orange says: fear is only banished when you feel connected to the deepest part of yourself. Your divine center knows the truth. There is nothing to fear but fear itself. As you become more connected, you know you are not alone. When you know you're not alone, you feel able to trust. When you trust, you are more able to let go of fear. So, what we're hearing here is that we are banishing fear by going into our center where our truth is. And then, when we get to the place where we don't feel alone, then we begin to trust more. And trust is so important at this time because we need to trust what's inside of us in our inner knowing.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, I feel that, you know, banishing the fear, and having some courage to really look at that part and say, when it comes up, and is important when it is something that you are not quite ready to look at. It will keep niggling at you.
Yes, it
And
will.
that's my experience. And it just goes, yeah, well, here's this thing, and it's like, oh, yeah, I know, shy, I don't want to deal with that. But sometimes it's like, okay, 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 you're bugging me too much. all right, what's going on? And then when I'm open to hearing it, and really, and Core Crucible is really good for that, too. And it has a lot of orange in it, and it's just saying, look, this is that creative center, that orange, that second chakra. It's like there's creativity here, there's options here, there's new beginnings here, and that is what wants to happen for you. So in a way, it's kind of like a little love note from spirit saying, oh, come on, you can do it, you can do
Trust your inner self.
it.
All right. Well, we have this has been in a nutshell what's going on in August. So there's a lot going on. And again, our theme is how do we keep our peace when the world is on fire? So we have Core Crucible to help us, we have Unfolding to help us, and then we have the lesson in orange to help us. Now, the interesting thing is the cards for this week are very caring and are really here with us. So let's look at this. This first one is sweetness. And I'm telling you, I go back to sweetness a lot because when everything feels and tastes awful in the world, I go to sweetness because sweetness always, it just feels like one part of it is it's you're wrapped in love or you're wrapped in that kind of feeling that's good. So again, sweetness is 11 and 34. And here's the message from sweetness. It says, I open the back of your heart to let in the sweetness of life. I dissolve any fear you have of being vulnerable. Let my song soothe you. It is the hum of the universe, which embraces you with sweetness. Isn't that beautiful? And and my comment about this is in this time of fast paced change and fear based patterns rolling out across the world, it may feel like a fire is burning in us and around us. But sweetness soothes these extreme energies. It opens the back of the heart to receive the solace that allows you to breathe deeply. We become that steadfast energy, re- uh, reminding us that this change is leading to a world that lives from inner knowing. So, sweetness helps, it's like it partners with us and allows us to stay and soothed and to embrace it and to open our heart. And then we can live in the world as that frequency with that message moving out from us. And that really helps us and it helps everybody around us.
Um, yes, I'm sorry, I'm busy over here trying to communicate with a new person that's
Yeah.
coming. Um, yeah. So where are we at now? We are. Um,
We're doing sweetness and then we're going to go into the strength of green.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think I had sweetness this last week, and I have to tell you that is such a wonderful card because it reminded me of letting in what I'm seeing from out there. And sometimes it's like, oh, I'm in observing mode, but I'm not really, taking it in and at an energetic level. And I'm just the silliest things, when you're meeting somebody, um, but it's like really as sweetness comes to you, you're like, recognize it, acknowledge it, and be grateful for it, and that happened to me several times this last week. So, I think it's here to say, if you're open to it, um, I can show you that by opening your heart, by being receptive to the beauty that is here, that you can let more and more of that in.
Yes. And you know, for a very long time, I noticed that the back of their hearts were closed, including myself early on.
Mhm.
And so I began to ask, why is that? And then I realized that it's because um, we have had things that have hurt us, and we tend to close up that back of the heart because that's where things come into the heart. So then what I did was, for myself and others, I said, well, let's put a filter on the back. And this filter will have a frequency in it that the only thing that can come in is that which blesses us and helps us. And that then we have the opportunity to go deeper into the heart and be able to heal whatever it is that caused us to close the back of the heart. So I found that was a really helpful tool.
Yes, yes. I think sometimes we don't think about the back of it, but it's like it's not just the front of us that we're dealing with.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
the back is actually the feminine side, and it's no wonder that the feminine's closed up because there's been some really strong, ugly masculine energy around for a long time, and now the masculine energy is coming back to itself, and the feminine is coming back to itself, and we have the opportunity, really, really, to love all of this that's happening. Well, we got a lot of people here. I'm so happy. Marianne, we haven't seen you for a while. So glad you're here. And Gwen, I'm so glad to see you here. It's great to have you here. And Zach, uh,
Gwen.
we're glad to have you here. And I hope that
Zach, thank you.
your friend is Colby is still with us. So
Yeah.
anyway, we thank you for coming. It's just always so much fun to be able to support you in your process. So we'll hurry this up a little bit so we have
Yeah. More time.
plenty of time. Um, the last one that we're working on, and notice that there it's green, the strength in green. So notice how much green is in our card for this week, this called sweetness. So this green is
Mm.
yeah, and what came through from the chapter in green, the strength in green, was open heartedness. I thought that was interesting. That came up. And what I chose from that part of the book is your strength lies in your willingness to open your heart. Your love pours forth from your true center, which is your heart. You breathe in love, then breathe out love into rhythmic waves. Those around you feel acceptance, openness, support, and caring. Your words heal and bring hope. Your actions come from compassion and understanding. But I think if we really concentrate on green this time, we're going to find that that shifts a lot of things for us. And I love this idea of rhythmic waves, that the breath becomes rhythmic waves, and you breathe in love and you breathe out love on those rhythmic waves to others around you. And they feel accepted. They feel like you're open. They feel that you're supportive. They feel that you're caring. And I think that Leslie, you've had that kind of experience lately where the energy shifted, and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Very much so. Very much so. I was sharing with Arlene. I had this week. I had a beautiful reunion with a dear, dear friend that I've had for most of my life. And we've had times where we were really intense together, and then we're apart, and then we're intense and apart, and then we're just kind of not intense, and so forth. Anyway, we got together and we got talking about our spiritual path. And I I said, and she does um, a meditation um, practice. And I was saying, we were sharing kind of where we're at. And I said, isn't it interesting being such different personalities and different, you know, ways that we see the world, that going our way and kind of back around, we've come to a very similar conclusion about the whole thing. And we both just went, yeah, isn't that really interesting how we got there? So it's like there is a singular truth. And when we came back to it, we each went a different path to get there. But here we are, you know, and how wonderful that is. So that was a real healing time. Talk about healing in the heart and green. That's when it really, really, it completed a cycle of love. And I was, for the first time ever, believe it or not, in all those years, we were able to tell each other we loved each other, which was really amazing. So,
Yeah, that's when that happens, it reminds us it to not go into judgment and
mm,
not go into thinking that we know who this person is completely,
mm,
because we all have times recently that we have been shifting, and we want to give space to others to do that as well.
yeah.
Well, I just want to make a couple announcements, and then we'll go into your readings. We're coming up to the time when the August newsletter for Transformational Tools is coming out, and that is on August 1st. And if you haven't signed up for the newsletter, you can go to transformationaltools.com/newsletter. It's not up there yet, but I will get it up there so it's there before um, tomorrow. So you will be able, those of you who are signed up will be able to get it. And those of you who want to read it and then maybe sign up for it, you'll find it on the website. And then the other thing I want to invite you to is on Thursday of next week, I'm going to be doing the healing tools class. I'm taking tools that I've accumulated, and it's usually because there was something going on, and I was asking, well, how do we heal this kind of thing? And I'm sharing those tools, and they're simple tools that we can all use, and putting those together and having you experience them during that time. And you can find out how to be a part of that by going to transformationaltools.com/upcoming. Upcoming gives you the different classes that are coming up. So that's at 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And hope you will join us. We always have such a interesting time together because mostly it's about experiencing and then talking about our experiences. All right. Well, let's get
All right.
started
Yeah,
on
Jeannie S is
reading.
right ready to go here.
All right, Jeannie, I'm going to pick a luminary for you. All right. The one that came up for you is called Awakened, and it's, let's see, I got to get this off of here so we can see this. Okay, so this one is Awakened, and it's numbers 4 and 9, so it has both even and uneven numbers in it, so it has both masculine and feminine energies in it. And it really is about recognizing that you have awakened in ways that you may not have been aware of at the time. You know, sometimes it takes a while before we realize that something has changed. And this, you are born anew, transformed, empowered, and ready to serve in a world that has come of age. I hope you can take that in, Jeannie, because it's this world really needs all of what you have to offer, whether it's family or friends or in a group like this. We just appreciate that you're here and all that you bring to that. And remember that you have awakened. It's wonderful to know that. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Leslie?
Um, it just says something about um, awaken from behind a veil of forgetfulness. And sometimes we forget that who are we really? And who are we becoming? And I just see this as saying, this is a signpost that you are becoming awakened, and you have become awakened even from all your life. You're starting to wake up more and more. We're all in the process. It's always a process, but here it's saying celebrate how awakened you are and really tap into that.
That's really true.
And her color card is lesson in turquoise.
Oh, that's the turquoise, a lot of turquoise in
Now
there.
look at the turquoise. There's a lot. And it's saying, say yes to the meaning of your life. And I just getting the meaning of your life is to grow and prosper and integrate and be whole again, and to move past the barriers that we've put up, you've put up. And this is just encouraging you and saying, keep saying yes. Keep saying yes is what I'm hearing. And it's just lovely. It's really lovely.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Okay.
Will is next.
All right. Well, I get crown again. I think we've gotten that for Will before. Um, and maybe you have accepted the crown, Will, in certain ways, but in other ways, it may be that it's still in process. So I'm going to go here. There's one part that I want to read for you. Um, and we have to remember that a crown doesn't mean that we're above anybody else. And I know you already know that, Will. Um, it means that we are becoming fully present and accepts responsibility for living um, a unique contribution in your life. So I think that all of us are being uh, reminded of that. But Will, you have many opportunities to for contribution. And my sense is that your understanding of wearing this crown is coming clearer and clearer. It's like it's not uncomfortable on you. It's now becoming more comfortable because it's who you are and it's what you have to offer. So we thank you for your contribution that you're bringing.
All right. I have another piece of that same message that just really jumps right out. um, with jewels of the universe bursting forth from infinity of light, I bring vision and wisdom for the journey home. Shared human seasons with fragile beginnings now yield to empowerment for the harvest. Wear my essence as a crown of glory, igniting the new way in cooperation with the all.
Isn't
And
that wonderful? Oh my gosh.
the wisdom and vision is the part that really sticks out.
Yeah.
And um, and it is the season for that to come through. That's the big
You
thing.
know, Sandra said something there that I think is really important. She says the crown reminds us of we're the divine apprentices, so to speak. You know, and I like that.
Hmm. And his color card is strength in lime green.
I knew it. I had a feeling.
Strength in lime green.
Yeah, I
Talk
think that.
about what lime green is.
What's that?
I said, talk about what lime green.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, lime green is when it first came up. What I got was a new kind of leadership. You know, we've seen a lot of leadership in which it's all about power and being more important than somebody else, that kind of thing. Well, this kind of leadership is coming from the heart, which is the green, and coming from the part of you that is knows clearly who you are, and that's the yellow. And I truly believe that you have come into that now, and that you are really present in that now, Will. And that is it's no longer something you put on or you have to focus on. It's really become who you are, and that is coming out easily.
Hmm. Yes, yes. That's great. Sandra is next.
Okay. All right, Sandra, here we go. Yes, you get to be with Dolphin Song,
Yay.
and that is such a treat. Okay, Dolphin Song, numbers 4 and 12, and it's on page 10. So we are going to take a look at what jumps out for you from Dolphin Song. Oh, this is one of the parts of this Dolphin Song that I really love. So think about this. Um, Dolphin Song says, "My pathway creates a blueprint for infinite creations through unique blends of
Mhm.
design, shape, vibration, and consciousness." And what your guidance wants you to do is to ask yourself the question, what infinite creations are you bringing through? What is it that's coming from who you are as a soul that is just now emerging, that feels so comfortable now, whereas at one time in your life it would maybe not have been so comfortable?
Beautiful. 4 and 12 is a vibration. Yeah. It says they're going to whirl you into the space, the water to see the magnificence of who you are.
Yes,
So,
yes.
what,
Oh, I get chills.
and that's what you have to offer.
Yeah,
Sometimes it just is a lot more than we think, you know? So, it's not with your mind, it's with your heart, with your soul. That's what I got. And your color card is strength in blue.
wow, that certainly goes with it.
Peaceful, creative, and flowing. There's that flowing, Sandra. So peaceful, creative. So there's creativity in that.
Yeah,
You'll find the dolphins really helping with that. And of course, being with them in the water or in space is very, very peaceful
the
and
other
fun.
thing I'm getting is the pink is very important.
Ah,
There's that softness of the pink. People always think that it's not very strong, but oh my gosh, pink is so resilient. It's so loving, and it's really it wants to be with you as you're becoming more and more creative.
and that creative part, comes from if you remember when you were a little kid, oh man, were we
Yeah,
creative.
yeah.
So, yeah, new
I
fun.
have I have a picture that my grandson uh, painted at school. I don't know. He couldn't have been um, very old, and I just loved it because it had all the colors, and I'll have to put it up here sometime so everybody can see it. And I asked him one time, "Do you remember painting this?" He says, "No," but it was so coming from him from the inside. It was wonderful.
So I want to say that Mia is next, and then we have Colby after that. So
Okay, all right. See,
Mia,
let's see what's up for you, Mia.
Mia.
Celebration.
Oh, nice.
And I'm not even going to go to the book because what I'm getting is that you are ready to celebrate the many ways in which you have come into your own. I can just feel how certain things have come into you and they've settled in, and or they've come from your heart and come out into your body and into your sensing ability and all that. And what it's saying is celebrate, 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 celebrate. You have come a long ways, and you've stuck in there through some really difficult stuff, and you are being asked now to celebrate. Do you get anything more?
Um, hmm. It just says, as we're celebrating new life birth forth, as the old transforms, and you're still walking in it. That's become very, very normalized for you and expected. And I'm just getting that with this celebration, there may be something this week that pops up that you went, huh, I didn't expect that. Like it from a source that you didn't expect, or a realization that you didn't expect. I think it's going to surprise you.
That sounds so good. By the way, the number there is 16. That's a really high frequency.
Mm.
So stick with that. Ooh.
So I got lesson in orange. Allow all your emotions to be felt. So it's like enjoy the emotional um, uh, fun in celebrating, and um, you can see the orange and yellow there, and the orange in the celebration. But it's it's when you allow your emotions to really tap in, it's allowing yourself to be even more present, even more happy, even more sense in your senses. So I'm seeing maybe some awakening of the senses coming if you're
And
open to it.
maybe not just the way we think of it in the past, of the kind of emotion, but maybe this is kind of like um, tapping into the what you have in your DNA that is part of. I have the feeling that in your DNA you have a part of you that is here to dance and sing and love, and which we all have, but this is really coming through for you now.
August 5th, you have a big celebration. All right. Cool. All right. Colby is next.
All right.
Our
Let's
friend.
see what we got for Kobe here.
Yes.
Well, what I got for you, Kobe, is called Mortality.
Mm.
And Mortality is quite an interesting card. It's the numbers 10, 11, and 12. So it's both uh, even and uneven numbers. And it really has a message for us in this time, and especially for you. Um, I just want to read one part out of here. Form is becoming less solid. The higher frequency we get, the more things can change very quickly. It now changes as needed. Form changes as needed. Allow this organic movement in your life. Amazing beauty and pure delight will follow. what I'm getting is that there are some parts of you that are hanging on to something that is really kind of weighing you down. And it's time to release that so that you can have organic movement, meaning that it's simply so easy because it's like a plant would grow. It's a part of your who you are. And this particular one, notice all the colors in there. This has so much different kinds of energy for you. And then there's one other part of this. Let's see if I can find it. Um, Organically evolving, creatively responsive, playfully present, seekers move with, within, and through the vibrations of a changing earth. And you're one of those seekers. And what you want to do is be playfully present. I think that in some cases you are very, I don't know if stoic is the word, but you're very serious, which is not a bad thing. That's not part of who you are. But being playfully present is really important now in your as you move forward in your who you are and becoming more of that.
All right. So I'm getting from mortality that the 10, 11, and 12 are showing a progression.
Ah,
Okay. A progression. And what really stood out for me was that as form, it talks about form changes as when it's needed.
yeah,
And in your work, Kobe, I feel like there's a shift coming and a shift wanting to happen. May not be big, may not be, but it may also be. But you are tuning into that to see, is that, is that what's going on? And in this, and when it talks about movement, it talks about a lot of movement happening in this card and in the colors. I'm wondering if you have a move coming. And it also talks about, am I ready for mortality in my life? Can I free fall with trust? So it seems
free
like,
fall with trust. Wow.
yeah, so to me, it's like, can I just move into this with trust and know that, yep, I'm getting a yes and moving right into it. So, yeah, your work, and I particularly think of it in your work because your work is already outstanding, but it feels like there's some shift that wants to happen in that. So, and your color card is strength in yellow. Yellow is the
Oh,
solar.
that's perfect.
It's the solar plexus area, and the purple, the purple in the sixth chakra up here is its complement in our work, and it's saying, these are very. Uh, the yellow is about how people see you and how you see them, and that connection. So that fits right in with your work. And it's saying you can be mentally clear, empowered, and fresh. This color, notice when this color comes up this week for you, because this means that it is there helping you affirm to yourself, okay, I'm on track, I'm on the right track, I'm clear, I'm mentally clear, I feel fresh energy coming in, and I am urged and ready and supported in my move, whatever that move is going to be.
Nice.
That's exactly what I got. So excited for you to be here today. All right, Zach. Zach is
Zach, let's see what's up for Zach. Okay, I get this one, which is called integrity. And if you can see, Zach, there are like little parts of you looking at this doorway. We call it the emerald doorway. And behind the emerald doorway is the essence of who you are. It's like the soul part of you that's here in form at this time. And these ones that are around there are any parts of you that got lost along the way because of things that have happened in life. And I feel like you've already worked on that quite a bit, but there is something that's still holding you back. And what you want to do is go in and ask your inner self, what part of me is holding back that, and what part of me do I need to go in and hug it and be with it and let it know that it can go through this emerald doorway and it'll be a place where you feel home, where things are coming into a oneness inside of you, and just invite that part of you to come through that emerald doorway, and it will be greeted by you and all parts of you.
Beautiful, beautiful. I don't think I can add to that. I can say that you got two color cards coming up, which sometimes happen. And to me, it's kind of a conundrum. So I don't know if you're, if that's part of the energy here. But the first one was a lesson in um, indigo. Now,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
indigo is a very highly intuitive color. And it's saying, trust what you know. It's a lesson saying, trust what you know. And this, I'm getting, it's like, you know, deep inside of you, like your whole uh, being is saying, you can trust what's coming. You can trust bringing this thing home now. You are ready. You're ready to bring it home. And that just feeling of coming home, you know, when you feel like you've been away for a long time, or you've been, you know, when something works out and it just feels like this wonderful hug, you know, like, I'm home again. That's, I'm getting that. It's saying trust that you know that. The second card is strength in gold. So there's some part of you, these two are here to kind of help the process. And strength in gold says that the energy of being willing to change, spiritually strong, and celebrating your life is going to be the result of you allowing this part to come home, part or parts to come home again into you and into your energy, because they are wanting to be with you and they're wanting to be part of you and to help you through this particular time in your life.
And Zach, one of the things that I'm getting is on the other side of this indigo card is the strength, and it says intuitive and ancient wisdom. What I'm getting is the
Mhm.
part of you that's out there and has been separate is a big part of your ancient wisdom. And as you bring it home, and I'm getting chills when I say this. So, um, as you bring it home and it becomes part of you, it's going to be a foundational part of you that brings you information and brings you uh, uh, a trust in yourself that you may have had found it hard to have.
Mhm. Wow, powerful,
Yes.
powerful, powerful.
So
All right.
is that it, or do we have any?
No, we have two more. Gwen,
Okay,
Gwen is next.
Gwen. Oh yeah, Gwen. I forgot Gwen's. Okay, here. Let's see for you, Gwen. Um, okay, this is another one that you have awakened.
Awaken.
So I think that this really fits for you, and this it means that you are awakened in the nuances that you haven't really paid attention to in the past. That this is the time for you to recognize. Look how bright that is in the center, and you're awakening to those some of those things that are in your center that are so bright, and this is going to be exactly the right time for you to awaken to that part of yourself.
And I'm getting strength in magenta.
Good, perfect. Wow.
And for That means the magenta is about compassion, and it says compassionate healing. So as you bring this um, awakened part to full recognition, your compassion will grow, and you will see that your not only your healing is a result, but the people that you connect with can feel that, see that, and accepting that about themselves. Is amazing.
That's perfect.
Wow.
Okay.
Strength in magenta. Oh,
Oh,
all right. And our last one is Marianne.
hey, Marianne. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
All right. This one is the uh, expanding. And, this is a time when we're really doing a lot of expanding. And this one is a 6, 12, and 24. Those are all even numbers. So it has more of a masculine energy to it. But this is the masculine energy that has been uh, rebirthed. And it's here to help you expand into something that you've always wanted, something that is you felt was coming up, and it's now coming forward. So just be with that. Don't rush. Just be with that and let it show itself to you.
Hmm. I'm just struck by the beauty of this card. I mean, I look, to me, sometimes when I look at it, I see from the middle out, so that things just bubble up. They bubble from the inside and just go out to the.
Yeah, and that center is so
Mhm.
beautiful.
Mhm. It really is. This beautiful blue and turquoise. It's that, part of the communication, part of the creative center of
Yeah.
blue. Well, you have another blue in your card. It is the lesson in, I just said it a minute ago, um,
Turquoise? No.
lesson in,
Oh, indigo.
oh, yes. And it's saying, trust what you know. So not only are you expanding, it's built on I'm getting that it's built on a trust that you've been building for some time, and that it's saying trust this part too, trust this new expansion, because you've been doing quite well at where you've been, but it's time to spread your wings, allow that expansion to happen. And I'm getting it's not like real sudden jerky stuff. It's like smooth and bubbles. When bubbles come up to the surface, they don't just go zoom. They just bubble, bubble, bubble up like that. And that's what I'm getting, is that this bubbling is coming up for you, and just allow them to come up and show you how you can expand and how you want to expand.
Some of those bubbles are already out there on the outside of the card.
Yes.
But I think this is perfect because it really allows you to expand and trust and listen to this psychic part of you, because you've trusted the intuition and it's worked well for you, but now it's taking you deeper. Can you trust that deeper part?
Mhm. Yes. Absorb. Yes. Gift that came to you in the reading today. Hit like. Love it too. Thank you, Will. Yeah, it's true. Give yourselves a gift that came to you in the reading today. Yeah.
Yes.
Hit
Yeah.
or like it. Yeah.
You're all amazing, and it's
Mhm.
just such a treat to be here with you. So I hope that you will be sure to put it on your calendar and come as often as you can on Fridays at noon. So, Leslie and I thank you so much for being here. What a wonderful opportunity for us to be here together.
Thank you both. Thank you. I'm Blessed to be here and blessed to be with you. Thank you. Have
Yes,
a
yes.
wonderful week.
Here we go. Bye for now, everybody.